Joins us now. Come on in, Sheriff Tracy Murphy, Denton County, Texas Sheriff. Sheriff, you got a lot of pushback on these comments. What are your thoughts now?
Yeah, I stand by my comments. I really thought they were on target. I thought I was basically repeating what many people have been saying for years. I was angered by what I saw in Manchester. Children being killed. I have kids of my own. It was made me think of them and the schools and the people I've sworn to protect. And I just feel like what the politicians and the governments have allowed to happen in Europe, and for the past 8 years here, quite frankly, can't stand.
You know, it's interesting because Manchester-born rocker Morrissey actually came out and said the exact same thing in a different way, but more or less pointing to the fact that those same politicians, they're always safe. They're always surrounded by people with guns. They always live in protected homes, and they're never the targets of these sort of hideous attacks. So a lot of people believe the way you believe, but what about the notion that you would take so much heat for voicing your opinion?
Yeah, that shocks me. I expected a lot of criticism from the left, from liberals, but I expected that more locally than worldwide. I don't understand why a Texas sheriff's Facebook post has gone worldwide, and I've received emails from across the world, 99% supportive. I've received many from Manchester itself, supportive, and I've received some that condemn me for what I said. But I think political correctness is one of the reasons that these things happen. People are afraid they're going to be called what I've been called, a racist or Islamophobe or a hate monger. And people don't speak out because they don't want to be called these things. And I'm not afraid to be called those things. Sure. I'm not that, and I just speak the truth.
Sheriff Murphy, do you think ultimately we're going to have to do more than just speak out and take some of the actions that you talked about, that you espoused, before these things can change? Or we're going to have to, as many politicians are trying to tell us or convince us, just live with this from now on?
We can't live with this. That's ridiculous. Since September 11th, we said we'll never forget. Well, we've forgotten, and it's time we did something about this. It's time that we don't worry about if we're called names, that we take action, that people understand that if they see something, if they need to report that, and governments can't be afraid that they're going to offend people to protect their citizens. It's outrageous, and it's got to stop.
Sure. Your state, and I think one of the reasons a Texas sheriff garnered so much attention is because your state is at the forefront in the fight against illegal immigrants here in this country, against the crime committed by the gangs, particularly MS-13 and others, and of course recent legislation that has passed. But do you think that is the perfect recipe for rewriting, if you will, what's going wrong in the West, not just in Europe, but also in this country?
Absolutely. If the left wants to make border security a race issue or a religion issue, and until people understand that it's a protection issue, it's a national security issue, that MS-13, that terrorists, that other people who want to come into our country and cause us harm are pouring across our border. And the federal government has failed miserably on securing our border. Our governor and our state here are doing the best they can with state troopers and rangers, and working with the Border Patrol and ICE to try to stop the flow of these folks coming over. And the president is called a racist because he wants to build a wall. When it's not a wall to keep people out, it's a funnel to make sure that we can vet these folks to see who's coming into our country, which we have every right to do.
Sheriff Murphy, thank you very much for your time this morning. Really appreciate it.